I chose Quizziz because it allowed me to make quizzes and lessons for my students to use. The objective of Quizziz would be to have interactive quizzes and lessons during whole group instruction while also allowing students who missed the lesson an opportunity to watch the slides or finish assignments at another time. The audience would be my special education students. The first ISTE standard for education leaders I chose was 2E, which states share lessons learned, best practices, challenges, and the impact of learning with technology with other education leaders who want to learn from this work. I chose this standard because I believe this is a useful tool for all teachers to implement in the classroom. The second standard I chose was 3D, which states support educators in using technology to advance learning that meets the diverse learning, cultural, and social-emotional needs of individual students. I chose this standard because many of my special education students with social-emotional needs miss out on vital classroom instruction. By presenting lessons in this format, they may be able to make up for lessons that they have missed. So just a quick overview of Quizziz. So I created an account, and then I was able to create a quiz or a lesson. So if I go to my library, you can see what I've already created. So I made a lesson just with their slide format. I could also have uploaded Google Slides, which I really liked because I have a lot of pre-made lessons that I used last year. So I could upload these and then have them in this format for next year. I also created a quiz. And something that I like about their quizzes is that you can change the format. So I could have my first question be multiple choice, my second one be a poll, and my third one be an open-ended question. So it didn't necessarily have to be the same format for all of them. They also have pre-made lessons and quizzes that you can search for and use. So that way, if you find something that's really neat that someone else made, you can implement that into your lessons as well. You would create your class. So I just made a test class, so I don't have any students right now. But you could also import from your Google Classroom if you use that or any other format that you use to add your students. If I were to create a new lesson, I would just do create lesson. If I were to say this was a math lesson, and then again I could add my own slides and add more slides as needed. And again, you could also do interactive questions in your slides. So I could have a slide that is a question that the students answer. Or I could import my slides from Google Slides or PowerPoint or a PDF. And then I could also create a quiz. Let's say again, this one's math as well. And again, here is where I said you would get to choose each format for each question that you want. So I definitely think this is something very useful when I go to my library, which I have multiple quizzes now. I can assign the quizzes, I can set a due date, I can check the answers for their students. So I think this is something that's really useful for classroom teachers to use, and it definitely helps with that asynchronous learning that can be beneficial for some of our students.